So I think my biggest struggle is like trying to stick out because I don't feel like I've done like this crazy thing or lived this crazy life or experienced like a crazy trauma. So I think like I feel like my personal statement's just going to be like boring.
I hear you. Well, it's possible you have experienced one of those things, even if you don't necessarily realize it. I certainly wouldn't want you to go out and try to experience a trauma in order to get better writing material. But whatever you have at this point, like I said, it may be enough. So why do you want to go to law school? Let's start there.
Well, I've always been interested in family law. And then I just moved from Hawaii. And when we were in Hawaii, I worked at a family law firm. And I just got like, I really liked what they were doing, and mostly with the kids in foster care and like the adoption hearings.
Okay, so how do you get into family law in the first place? I know it's a job, but was there a particular thing that drew you to that profession?
I think it was just the children mostly. So I just like went into a law firm and offered like intern work, anything they needed. A lot of it was like filing for a while. And then after like a month or two, they hired me.
What's the most interesting thing about your job, or the most compelling thing about your job? You said foster children, right?
Yeah, I think it was like the cases where like we had like two parents die and then the little boy was stuck like without a family. And I think that's what really like kind of sparked my interest to go further than like paralegal work.
Did you get to work on that case quite a bit?
Yeah, and I got to like attend the hearing.
What was your biggest takeaway from that?
Just like, I think like the compassion put into it. So like you could tell the attorneys that I was working with really cared for this little boy and did what was best in his interest.
Were you exposed to this case? I mean, the attorneys were working on it. What was your level of involvement?
I did like legal assistant paperwork stuff, and then me and another paralegal were allowed to attend the hearing, and then I like sat with the little boy while like the adults were talking and stuff. I offered to just hang out with the little boy, and we just like played cards.
That's cool. What was the outcome or for that particular boy?
His uncle got like he became guardian.
How did you feel about the outcome?
It was good. Everyone was like crying and happy.
Fantastic. Well, that right there is powerful. And that right there could be your personal statement. If you focus on your takeaways and how you were impacted by working on that case. Obviously, you weren't one of the attorneys on it, but that's why you're going to law school. You don't have to be.
Yeah.
But you got exposure to the real world practice of law. I can even tell from the way that you speak about this that you were impacted by it. And you now want to pursue family law. Your journey started, at least in the short term, as you shared with me, offering to intern, turned into a job. That alone says something about what your internship performance was like, that they took you on. And then you got connected with this story. And now you want to pursue family law.
Okay, cool.
There's a very clear progression here. And this is actually fantastic. I said at the beginning that you don't need to have done anything super impressive. You don't need to have started an NGO to save the world. You don't need to have had exposure to the law. But the fact that you did, let's talk about that. If you have it, why not talk about it? They like to see it if you have it. But if not, you could have figured something else out too. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.